Mm-mm-mm. Hey, look at me. I'm sitting here sad and lonely without a fire but a desire to not hear you say, I want it that way as I see the ladies walking along one by one. I never wanna hear I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend and I have no fire but a desire to not hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Why do all of the jerks get all of the pretty girls? Yeah, you may not know this, but you should know that I am a lonesome heart and I have no fire but a desire to not hear. Don't wanna hear you start as a virgin with rage. So need a cute girl my age. I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend. Never say it now.
System, the company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
She walks in like a wildfire, neon in the night, horror and hellfire. Yeah, she's burning up the lights, every salty comments, just another spark she bends. She turns their crying into content, that's the message that she sends. And all the fanboys tremble, they don't know how to cope. Every meltdown in her mentions gets dragged without hope. They call her Mommy Hellfire like she's some kind of myth, Empress of the Salt Storm, crowned with every angry riff. She's the queen of your delusion, standing tall above the noise. All your rage just fuels her power, all your tears become her voice. They worship every movement like she's lightning in the dark. She doesn't need your praise, but she ignites it like a spark. Oh, horror and hellfire, mommy of the meltdown empire. Salt in the sky as the fanboys cry. She turns every tantrum into fire. Yeah, Empress Gooner, Empress old mommy, they idolize her, falling down like zombies. She just laughs as the chaos grows, fast-paced heartbreak. That's the show. She reacts like a comet, leaving trails across the screen. Every salty fanboy shouting, but she's ruling like a queen. Mommy Gooner, that's the name they whisper in the threads. Not because she needs the title, cause she's living rent-free in their heads. The jealousy is rising like a tidal wave of pain. Every fanboy throwing shade just keeps repeating her name. She's the storm they can't escape, the myth they try to claim. But she's horror and hellfire, she's the spark that lights the flame. She's the crown chaos breaker, dripping confidence and heat. Every song
God damn it, I need to fix my freaking stream deck. Hi, guys. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, we see what we're starting with today. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's a short one. Thank God. But still, how's everybody doing? Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got Spectre. We've got Gamer Bro Part 2. Chaos Raziel. Zombie Killer. Blast is here. Captain Price II. Lowest Expectations. And I think that's pretty much everybody. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, my stream deck does not want to work for me today, so I gotta fix that later. Yep, it's Harmon. It's Harmon. We've got a lot of Harmon today, unfortunately, because he's fucking stupid. And oh god. But we're starting with a short one. It says, author thanks fans and exposes the truth behind the cattle have fangs. Gee. I wonder. Oh, our Key to Darkness, I Death Shadow, I Chaos Raziel. How you guys doing? I wonder what the truth behind it is. Let's let's get into it. Just as a heads up though, I will be stepping out like every hour or so, depending on how long this goes. Doggos are a pain in the butt. They're old. Things happen. And one of them threw up after their walk, so I have to keep an eye on them to make sure they don't throw up on themselves and make a mess. So just a heads up. Anyways, right to Harmon.
So, yeah, thank you all for your patience. I really, really appreciate your support and everything you've done.
Nobody supports you. Nobody appreciates you. All we do is laugh, and I cringe every time I have to read a single page of your books. Yeah.
I'm very happy to see so many people are enjoying my...
Nobody is enjoying your books, Harmon. That's a fat lie. There's 65 people looking at this short. It's not really a short. You posted it as an actual video. Nobody cares about your stuff. The only reason I read it is because it's punishment for me. And my audience pays for it. So, speaking of which, we are more than halfway there. Just so y'all know.
My books. Thank you all. So, with that being said, The Cattle Have Fangs is a very interesting novel.
Interesting how? I would not call anything else I've read of yours interesting. I would call it disgusting and depraved. That's coming from somebody who's a complete degenerate. I openly say I'm a degenerate. And your stuff grosses me out. So what are you going to have this time? Are you going to have more rape scenes? Are you going to have more sexualization of minors? What other stuff are you going to have? You're going to have creepy adults? Again, per usual? Are you going to fuck up every kind of storyline you could possibly put in there? Any kind of trope that you could throw into your book to try and make it more interesting? Is it a failure like everything else? Because I'm sure it is.
This was something that was deliberately made to kind of subvert and destroy Joker Foulet-Du.
So there's going to be rape in it. Your writing does not subvert or destroy anything. If anything, it subverts you, which is pretty easy to do. And it destroys everything that you put yourself to be. Because we see all of your fetishes on full display.
Foulet-Du, like whatever the hell it is. Like the Joker sequel that nobody liked.
That's the only thing that I will agree with him on. Nobody liked that shit. Anyways. Oh, we've got our favorite retard. The new one that I've introduced to you guys as of Monday. Testicle Tampon. Oh, this guy. Just so you know, I'm only going to bring him up when he talks about anything gaming related over here. He said he would edit this time, taking a year to edit, has been working on it. Watch the final version be full of mistakes. When does he not, Mr. Gamer? I know you recognize this one. I know you recognize this one too. Some of you have already seen this gentleman before, but I like to laugh at him because he doesn't like me calling him a woman because he acts like a woman. It takes one to know one, you know. And before I get into it, I don't need to call you a fat ass. I don't need to say your voice tells us you're fat. I don't need to say that the way you talk and the way you purport yourself and the way you talk about women tells me that you're a fucking incel and you've never had pussy in your life. Not even if you paid for it. I also want to say before you even start, I know you like to say that nobody puts out a cohesive or coherent argument. We do. You just don't like to hear it. You don't like what you hear, so you're just going to throw it to the side like it doesn't mean anything and not address it. And I'm well aware that you were on a stream with Anthony Gramuglia last night. I'll get to that later. But from what I understand, it was an absolute shit show, and you made yourself look like a dumbass, which isn't very hard for you because you do it on a daily basis. So let's see how fucking stupid you are now. Apparently he's in his mid-30s or 50s. Probably 30s. I would say mid-30s. Yeah, he doesn't like Otterly Noah, from what I understand. The other thing I would like to say is, you like to bring up furries so often, even when it's not prompted. I hope you understand. There's a little thing that we say on the internet. If you scream the loudest about something, usually you're guilty for it. Are you a furry? Is the Templar persona your fursuit? Because that's what it looks like to me. Just saying. But he won't address me. He doesn't like me very much because he's a woman. He literally acts like a high school mean girl. He wishes he was Regina George. With his AI bullshit. No, he's not being the furry allegations. I highly suspect that he is a closet furry, and he doesn't want anybody to know about it. But too late, we know.
Brothers, I am apparently ruining gaming.
No. You're not ruining gaming, but you're making the gaming space annoying. You're making it very annoying.
And how am I ruining gaming along with all of my other so-called grifter compatriots?
You are a grifter. You want to know why I say you're a grifter? Let me explain to you what a grifter is. Because you don't seem to understand, just like a majority of the internet doesn't seem to understand. A grifter is somebody who puts out content of ideals and thoughts and processes and logic they do not believe in order to get financial incentive. And I believe very, very distinctly, because of how quickly you switched from what you did with fan advocacy, the fan advocacy network, you're a grifter. See, I'm not. I have yet to say anything on my channel or anywhere else that I don't 100% back. I am talking 10 toes down and my chest out. Full fucking chested. I don't think you do the same. Why? Because you only pick fights you think you can win. You ran from Queeman. You ran like a motherfucking Ann. You ran like a motherfucking bitch. You ran hiding like your Ann. You only showed up with Anthony Gramuglia because you thought you can get it own. And from what I'm understanding, you didn't. So, what do you have to say? Just be aware we're not going to get through this whole video. We're not. I'm going to get bored. I'm going to get annoyed. And we're going to go to the next thing.
Well, we want standards in our video games, and that means...
No, you're not looking for standards. You just want pretty things to look at. Standards means that you want not just things that are aesthetically pleasing, but you want things that get your almonds percolating. They noggin your jogging. Or jogging your noggin, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. You want nothing but things that tickle your peen. Your tiny pinky-sized peen. Because you literally have tiny dick syndrome, dude. 100%. But if you were actually looking for standards, your standards wouldn't be, this bitch is ugly, so therefore the game is bad. Or this is a woman running the show in the game, or is the main focus, outside of Tomb Raider. So therefore it's a bad game. Those aren't standards. That's shallow as hell.
Means more traditional appearances in men and women, less LGBTQ injection, and
having LGBTQ characters is fine if it's written well. Again, I could give a fuck less if you've got non-binary, transgender, lesbian, queer, anybody of the sort, if the story is good and the gameplay is good. That's not your standard. Your standard is you want it to be specifically hot bitches and manly men. And that is not a good game make. Which tells me that you don't actually play fucking video games. Yes. Oh, have you guys not seen my my lovely parody of this motherfucker? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and he defends Lolicon. He defends Lolicon. He loves people like Rev says Desu. I don't care if you're an anti-woke, and I don't care if, you know, maybe you have ideals that, or ideas that I may agree with. If you're a dude playing with a avatar or a VTuber model that's a 12-year-old girl, I'm not listening to a fucking thing you're saying. You're gross. You're fucking weird.
And also it means having masculine representation put back into games, not having the men be...
Oh yeah, he does defend rape. He thinks that marital rape doesn't exist. Because if you're in a true marriage, the husband cannot rape their wife. It is always consensual. That's not how that works, my dude. I know plenty of people who have been in very abusive relationships that have been raped by their significant other. In fact, there are a multitude of cases in which men have murdered their wives because they didn't get what they want. And you want to believe that that doesn't exist because it's not a true marriage. I've already said that, Mr. Gamer. Already said it.
A background character or a laughing stock are turned into some androgynous, beta male freak. Really, at the end of the day...
You are a beta male. You are literally a beta male. If you have to call other people beta males and degenerates and freaks, you are one.
What these people have to complain about is that we have criticisms that go against their worldview. And that really is the start and end of it. They don't really...
My worldview is not completely left-wing. Actually, I'm more center-right than anything. But because I'm a woman and have no problem with LGBTQ, I'm always going to be a feminist and always a lefty and always a degenerate. Oh, my words don't mean anything because they don't follow with your worldview. Fuck off.
Have any sort of cogent or coherent...
See, cogent and coherent. I'm making plenty of them. You just can't take them down. You just run from them. You run. And you deflect. And you change the subject whenever you are backed into a corner. 'Cause you're a bitch.
Rebuttal or response to the criticism other than, you're pathetic for wanting this. Now...
I'm not saying you're pathetic for wanting it. I don't mind having very sexy characters myself. Hell, I like games like Tomb Raider. I like Nier Replicant. I like Bayonetta. I probably would like Stellar Blade. But what I want is well-crafted characters with a well-crafted story. I don't care if they're hot or not. I don't care. In fact, that's just a bonus if they are. I want good games with engaging gameplay and a captivating story. That's what I want. And I'm not grifting when I say that, because I'm 100% consistent. Yes, there have been games that are really bad that have had very ugly characters. I'm not going to fight you there. But that does not mean that every single game that has an ugly character or is not doesn't have a character that's conventionally attractive. It's not conventionally attractive, sorry. That doesn't have a character that's conventionally attractive. That doesn't mean that those games are bad. They're not always bad. Some of them have been good. You wouldn't know that, because I don't even think you play games.
there was something that I just reacted to, and it had to do with a mod for Spider-Man. In fact, before we get into the video, the main video that we're going to be reacting to, this was it right here. So you have this person here.
Okay, number one, yeah, MJ does look weird. I'll give you that. I don't think she's ugly. I don't think that the African American woman up here is ugly. What do you mean? I told LaCroix, like, what? No, I don't care. I think it's weird that you not only had to change her facial structure, but you had to make her white. That's kind of weird.
Polawar posting this, where a mod had gone in and, not a mod, but a dev.
And why do you have a problem with gay couples being shown in game? What is the problem with that? They exist. They're not bad people. I have plenty of gay friends that are great. I have plenty of lesbian and gay and transgender and transsexual and non-binary friends that are wonderful people. But you want them to disappear. That doesn't sound very Christian of you, does it?
Dev had gone in and modded these games for PC. And look at this fat thing here is Mary Jane from the PS5 game. This is the PC version. This is the PS5 version. This is the These look so much better.
Yeah, because all you want to do is goon. You don't care about the gameplay or the story itself. You just want to goon. You just want to fap. That's all you care about. Yeah. I don't think you're as Christian as you think you are. No. Because you wouldn't be prioritizing fat material over substance.
These look so much better. It's not even close. These look so much better. And
why does it look better? Because there's two gay men instead of a man and a woman. There's nothing wrong with it. It's two consenting adults that love each other. It is possible, Templar. It is possible, TT. Titty face. You're gross. You're fucking gross.
And they took out a couple homos and they put in.
Exactly, Spectre. The Lord tells us to love our fellow man as we are no different than them and as he has loved you. Are you saying that God doesn't love the gay people? Then why would he create them? Why do they exist if he does not love them just as much as he loves his straight creations? Why? Well, why do they exist? You tell me, motherfucker. Because let's not forget, God is omniscient and omnipotent. He knows everything that's going to happen. Everything that happens is his will. Gay people exist because he wills it to happen.
In like a traditional couple. That's great. All of that's great. All of that looks better. And anyone who denies that person is lying to you. You need to be suspect.
I'm lying and you need to sign me suspect, guys. Oh my god, I am such a sussy baka. Such a sussy baka. Good one. You want to try again? Because everybody here knows that I'm not lying. I'm not fooling anybody. I'm giving my honest, straight-up opinion. And you don't like it. That's all that it is. You just don't like it.
Of that person because they are not being authentic. They are being.
I'm guessing you heard why MJ looks weird, Hell. It's pretty sad for what happened to the VI. I have no idea. Nor do I really care. It doesn't bother me that much. It doesn't bother me nearly as much as these weird anti-wokers are bothered by it.
Disingenuous. And this person says, imagine being such a loser that to play a game, you need a mod that removes black and gay people. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty pathetic. It's very pathetic. if you're... how do I want to put this? If your gauge for whether a game is good or not is if it is conventional everything, whether that be only white people, which means you're a racist, only straight people, which means that you're absolutely homophobic and biphobic, and you have a problem with the queer people and with queer people in general, a lot of whom are just normal people. You don't give a fuck about story. You just care about aesthetics. You care that you can fucking fap to it. That's weird.
You know why? Because the representation of gay and black people in these games from people in the West, look at this. Look at her.
He's so big. Why do I always gotta be right? Why? Why do I always gotta be right? Why did you pull a fucking Star Wars with the pig in the cop? Why? Thank you, Hero Culture, for the 10. He is so bigoted. He is not banned and hated, has no place on this platform. I don't need goon material in games. I just need good stories and gameplay. People like him are why I hate religion. I don't hate religion. I'm just not religious. I hate people like him that are religious. I don't hate religion in general. I don't hate all religious people. I hate extremists. Yeah, people act like this needs some serious help. I also highly doubt the people who believe in this because it's good rage bait. Yeah, I think he's grifting. I honestly think he's grifting. 100%. I think he's a 100% a grifter. So what landed tarticle? You mean testicle tampon? Oh, he's been on my radar. He's been on my radar since he blocked me because I called him a woman and told him he's acting like a fucking woman. Because he is. He's acting like a mean girl. I don't really mind gay characters in entertainment. It's just that their appearances and things have been soured by people on the progressive side of the culture war. I wouldn't say progressive. I would say left-wing extremists and activists. Yes, they have ruined that. Also, nobody cares about Spider-Man 2 anymore. It's old news, exactly. I don't fucking care if you're a religious person. I don't care. I respect you. I respect your religion. I will not go after you for that. As long as you are not trying to shove your fucking religious dick down my throat. I don't want your religion shoved down my throat so hard that I have to puke. I don't want that. I don't want that. My husband's a Christian. And he doesn't even force me to do that. All he cares about is that when I die, because I'm gonna die eventually, that's not an if, that's a when. When I die, if I am confronted by God and I am sitting in front of the pearly gates and he's asking me, do you believe in me now? Yeah, I believe in you. Totally. Cool. I'm good. Yep. My bad. I believe in you. I will 100% do that. I am not an asshole. I am just not prescribed to the Christian faith or the Muslim faith. I'm not prescribed to any of them because to me, I have not been shown that God is real. Will I push that on anybody? No. So I don't usually talk about it. It's not important. It's not important. What's important is that I am a good person that does good things, and I do not wish ill on people for petty reasons. Period. That's all that should matter.
Nose. Look at her face. That is horrifying.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's how a lot of black people look. What is wrong with you?
This looks like something that a racist would make to caricature black people.
You're the one that's saying that it's a black caricature. It is a character. You're the one that's saying it's a caricature of other black people. You're the one that's putting that out. If you were so bothered by this being a caricature, why is the one that you're propping up white and not another black person? Why is she white? Why did it have to go that far?
This is ugly. It's weird. It's all, and so is this. She's intentionally ugly. I call it the grotesquification of women. You compare it and juxtapose.
Then why is the top one changed to be white? So you're saying black equals woke. That is fucked up. I don't think you realize. No, actually, no. I think you do realize that. That's fucked. Stop it. Get some fucking help. Go pray on it. Because obviously God is not speaking to you. Jesus is not walking you down the right path.
Was it to these pictures right here? It is a night and day difference. The ones on the...
Do you realize how racist that statement is with the top person that you've got depicted? Night and day difference? What the fuck?
right look way better or way more appealing. The ones on the
You're saying that she looks way more appealing because she's white. Oh my God. You're a terrible human being. God is ashamed of you. And I don't believe in God, but I know damn sure he's ashamed of you.
left are made by a bunch of fat, discredited, disgusting, brain-dead, low IQ, Reddit tier atheist freaks that...
Number one, not fat. Number two, don't use Reddit unless I absolutely have to look for somebody's opinion on an item that I want to buy. Like, what's a good kitchen knife that people have legitimately used? Because websites nowadays aren't populated by actual people. I'm not fat. I'm 125 pounds. I am in a great weight for my stature. I don't play on Reddit again. I have no agenda. I just want good games for people. I want everybody to be able to play any game they want. I want people to make whatever game they want. Good or not. But I do want people to have good games and not to be talked to like you talk to people. I don't need glub shittos telling me what I should and shouldn't like in gaming. That goes for both sides, both extremes. You're both the two different sides of the same glub shitto coin.
ooze their way into these positions and then ruin it for everyone. So I'm glad that we could get that out of the way, that it's not about...
Oh, he's gonna cry. There's furries on the screen. Oh, cry. Oh, cry. Bitch, complain, moan. Ooh, scary. Tell him to define woke. He can't. It has no meaning. It's a buzzword for those who can't criticize media properly, aka stupid people. Yeah, no, that's completely true. Yes. He is anti-woke. 100% he's part of the anti-woke crew. 100%.
grifting. At least not for me. It's about articulating a problem. And
So it's a problem that there's a black person and there's gay people in a game. Got it. Tell me that you have no depth of character without telling me.
whether the problem be this or the people that defend it, I'm going to call all of them out every time.
And that's okay. We're going to call you out. We're going to call you out for being a piece of shit.
But anyway, let's get to this video. Grifters are ruining gaming. This is the take of this person right here. I've never heard of this individual before. But this is his opinion, that people like myself are ruining gaming by articulating a problem and saying we want none of it. Imagine that. Imagine that is the...
It's not a problem to have black or gay people in a game. There's no problem with that. None whatsoever. If you think that's a problem, then I think you're a neo-Nazi. Because you think it's a problem to have black people in a game. There's no issue with that. There are plenty of games that are fantastic, that have great games. Let me give you examples. Deathloop is one of them. That's a really good game, although I wasn't able to finish it. Let's pull up my Steam and talk about the games that are good, that have black people in it. Because apparently he wants black people to disappear. Yeah, he is. He's being vague as fuck. Because he doesn't want to say it outright. He knows. He knows that he's going to get clapped if it's outright said. Oh my god, what else? What else? What else? What else? What other games have black people in it that are great? I already talked about Deathloop. I think Dead Take has some black people in it that are great. I'm sure Helldivers has black people in it. Oh, what else? What else? What else? And also, if it's somebody if it's made by the Japanese, they're not white, they're Japanese. 9 times out of 10. Just saying, dude. Just fucking saying. I have so many games that probably encompass that. Oh, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So many games. Goddamn. So many games. I'm sure Stalker has black people in it. Dragon Age has black people in it. Good games up until 4. 3 is eh. Inquisition is eh. But still. Cyberpunk has black people in it. Bye, lowest expectations. Have a good one. But yeah, I think I've made my point. There's plenty of games that have black people or people of color in them that are good. You saying that that's a problem is a bigger problem for you. And I think I'm done. I think we've got the gist of what he's gonna try and tell us. So we're gonna go to the next thing. I'm done talking to you. You're just gonna say the same shit over and over and over again. I'm not 100%. I would not say that South of Midnight is necessarily a good game, but I have my reasons for that. Elder Scroll has plenty of black people in it or people of color in it. Here you go. Next.
That collab with Assassin's Creed.
No.
There are two things.
All right, we've got legendary drops. The games industry thinks you don't matter. No shit. But I'm gonna take 5 minutes to go use the latrine, and I'm going to check on my my doggos really quick. So I will be back shortly. Give me one second. we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. The Stinkies are fine. How's everyone this morning, afternoon, or evening? All right, let's get into it.
Things that happen, and I think that they are all too similar. We have Tim Sweeney of Epic Games that stepped forth and he's criticizing Steam for their use of ID tags, saying that it doesn't make sense for a game store to label games that are using generative AI. It doesn't make sense for customers to have full context of their purchases before they actually...
That's stupid. That's fucking dumb. We should have full context for the games that we're buying before we buy them. Oh my god, I'm gonna see it. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh, and I had my cup of coffee in my hand, my Bailey's and coffee.
Make a purchase. I can't imagine why you guys are having so many troubles beating Steam. Maybe you should probably just get a couple more journalists to try to write an article about how it's a monopoly. Then we have Ubisoft. We haven't heard from these guys in a long time, so you know it's going to be pretty good. They're going to their local government with a long list of excuses, likely trying to prepare themselves for massive layoffs that'll be coming very soon, I'm sure. Talking about their poor performance and saying that, well, it's not our fault. It's not our games. No, it's just that players just aren't buying new games anymore. It's market conditions that are the problem, even though we've seen multiple breakout successes this entire year. Many of those successes actually coming from their former employees, new studios, and studios without any marketing. But sure, yeah, it's just new games we don't like. Definitely not just yours. You would think that making...
Yeah, you're probably right there, Legendary Drops. You're probably right there. These companies like to blame us for their games being shit. When really they should be just taking our words and being like, all right, we fucked up, we'll fix it. But they won't.
Games is the best job in the world. With one of the easiest customer bases to serve. I realize a lot of people meme on that because they go, oh, you just can't please the gamers. You absolutely can.
Exactly. Even safe foods have ingredients listed for a reason. Why? Because somebody could eat it and be allergic to something in there and then be dead. So why shouldn't we be putting the same kind of labels on our games?
And they're a lot easier than you think we are. And I don't think that there's an audience that's as vocal as the gaming audience is. We have no problem telling you what our opinion is. We have absolutely no issue celebrating the games we love and hating on the games we do not. And there's so much information that we throw out there, so much valuable feedback, but that feedback doesn't mean anything if they aren't willing to listen. And it's like we don't exist. Either it's their ego or they just genuinely think that they know better than us. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about an industry
It's both. ¿Por qué no los dos? Legendary Drops. ¿Por qué no los dos? Because we know it's both. It's greed, and it's the inability to state that you are wrong.
just refuses to listen, one that blames its players for not buying their games, one that thinks that we don't deserve to know how these games are being made, and one that is going to continue to ignore us until they can't. I genuinely believe that in the age of the internet where social media is everywhere and commentary is essentially unavoidable at this point, it has never been easier to figure out what players want, what they don't want, and what they absolutely cannot stand. We are a passionate bunch. We love talking about games, and we love making sure that everybody else knows exactly.
You damn fucking right. And me especially. I love talking about my RPGs. My JRPGs, my RPGs in general, my horror games. I love talking about them. I love it. I love it with a passion. You should know what we want. We talk about it constantly. We're very vocal. You just don't want to hear it.
Exactly how we feel about them. You do not have to look far to find a 1,000-word Steam review with a mountain of engagement or tens of thousands of hours of YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok videos that are breaking down every single design choice from every single angle that's possible. This is feedback that none of these companies have to pay for. They don't need focus groups. They don't need surveys. They don't need to do anything. They just got to open up their eyes, open their ears, and engage with the overwhelming amount of information that players are handing them for free. And I'm telling you guys this right now because I need you to understand why I am so frustrated with this industry. I know it's uncomfortable for them to have to sift through a lot of this feedback to separate the useful from the useless, to read things that might actually end up hurting their feelings, but these companies have
The fact that AI bros are advocating for no labels and say AI has already been in games, so why should we label them? Oh my god, that's stupid. Playing devil's advocate, do actual products like cars or TVs have labels stating if they are developed with AI? I mean, I don't think they're the same thing. I don't think that they are in the same realm. I don't think that advocacy is necessarily correct or apt in this situation.
Everything they need to succeed. Everything! And it just drives me up the wall when I watch them say and do things that offer players nothing, ignore the clearest feedback imaginable, and then somehow act surprised when their games and their platforms underperform. And I think that you can see this pattern everywhere, especially with companies that are trying to compete with Steam right now. Everybody wants a piece of Steam's success. Of course they would. Steam makes a lot of money, but nobody wants to actually listen to the players or build what the players are asking for. They all show up.
I love the Gabe Newell memes. The Gabe at least listens. Valve at least listens 90% of the time. The fact that he listens is what we care about. That's all we care about.
But these half measures, these shortcuts, and some inflated belief that players are just going to magically abandon a platform they trust. And that trust part is something that these companies do not take seriously. They ignore it entirely. And I think that nowhere is that delusion clearer than Epic Games.
Yeah, the issue is with that, Speech AI is specifically about generative AI, not automated tools in general. I wouldn't say that that's like I'm gonna go with what No Scope, No Problem said. Like, you don't see people complaining about basic machine learning, it's Elf or an NPC pathfinding or the fill tool. Yeah. I'm gonna agree with No Scope, No Problem on that one.
I think that these guys are embarrassing. I realize that some people like them. I like what they've done with Fortnite, but outside of that, I just think that these guys are ridiculous. They have industry experience. They have one of the most played games on the planet. They own and develop the most widely used engine in the entire medium. And with all of that knowledge, that influence, and that money, they still haven't managed to turn their store into anything other than a launcher for Fortnite and a place to grab a free game every couple of weeks. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. None of this makes sense to me. These guys have poured hundreds of millions of dollars into this store, and after 7 years, they don't even come close to touching Steam. They haven't even gotten to the point where they can sniff Steam's boot. But after Tim Sweeney's recent comments, everything started making sense.
Emoji reviews? Oh my god, that's so fucking stupid. Oh my god, that's so dumb. And the only reason I'll ever go back to Epic is if I decide that I want to finish Alan Wake 2. Which I am apprehensive at because I still don't know if they've fixed it enough to where it's not going to fucking destroy my brain.
A Twitter user had posted, Steam and all digital marketplaces need to drop the made with AI label. It doesn't matter anymore. This post blew up, over 1 million impressions, barely any likes, a massive pile of comments, most people not having anything very nice to say, but the comment that caught everybody's eye and got the most coverage was Tim Sweeney himself saying that, agreed, the AI tag is relevant to art exhibits for authorship disclosure and digital content licensing marketplaces where buyers need to understand the rights situation. It makes no sense for game stores where AI will be involved in nearly all future productions.
We don't want that. That's why. We don't want that, Tim. You fucking tard. We don't want that. We don't want our games to be fully AI generated. It's not art. That's not artistic whatsoever. Not at all. We don't want that. Because AI is not going to understand what gamers want. It's not how that works. It's not how that fucking works.
Sweeney would then double down on this in response to another user who had said, this heavily implies that Epic are now using AI coding tools in the latest updates of the Unreal Engine. Therefore, according to Steam's guidelines, any game built with Unreal Engine must declare the use of Gen AI. Sweeney responded with, and this is absolute gold, not true. I just hate to see Valve confiscate ever more opportunity from small developers by facilitating new categories, cancel campaigns, and review bombings. Steam used to just facilitate downloads. Then they foreclosed on payments, then price competition, then crypto, now AI. You're not.
That's not how that fucking works, Tim Sweeney. That's not how that fucking works. That is the dumbest argument that I've seen so far about this shit.
Not pulling one over on me, brother. Sweeney's out here throwing around this pity party framing like he's some champion of the poor little indie devs, as if Valve's out here crushing their hopes and dreams, and he's the last hero to stand between these small studios, crypto, AI, and annihilation. Actually, we should probably let some of that stuff come through, but it's manipulative, it's self-serving, and frankly, it's embarrassing. So we're gonna go point by point, because every single thing that he brings up and complains about exposes exactly why Epic has never gotten anywhere near Steam. The first thing that he brought up is how Steam foreclosed on payments. He's talking about the Steam wallet and how Valve has their own approved payment processors. Yes, this has caused some censorship issues. We talked about that on this channel, but it also means that players get one secure wallet. We don't have to re-input our payment information. We get consistent fraud protection, easy refunds, and no sketchy third-party sites. It's a hell of a lot more secure.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I would prefer what they're doing right now instead of dealing with Visa or MasterCard and their bullshit guidelines. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I think.
Secure and convenient for the customer, but it comes at the expense of the publisher and the developer. You're gonna
Yeah, sure. We just want to know that it's being used. And in the case of Arc Raiders, the people who they trained their AI models on were paid for that. So it wasn't just, I'm going to use AI and take everybody's shit without paying them or giving them any credit whatsoever. There's a difference there.
gonna start to see this trend with Sweeney. He then cries about their price rules. Valve prevents publishers from jacking up their prices on Steam while undercutting them everywhere else. Sweeney hates this because, well, it stops Epic from doing the one strategy that they had, undercut the competition and prey. But for the players, it means that your library doesn't have to be scattered across 5 launchers just to be able to avoid getting ripped off. Epic calls it anti-consumer. Everybody else is gonna call it consumer protection. Next, he whines about Steam banning crypto, blockchain, and NFT games. That complaint honestly will tell you just about everything that you need to know. These games almost always are scams, pump and dump schemes, and projects that are missing.
Yup. Tell me that you don't care about people getting absolutely fucking scammed without telling me.
Half the skeleton of actual gameplay. Valve just said, no thanks, we don't have anything to do with that. Epic said, come on in, baby. And when one platform shields their players from dumpster fires and the other one rolls out the red carpet for them, I don't really think I have to tell you which one actually gives a damn about its customers. And then we have his masterpiece, the reason for this video, the AI disclosure tag. And honestly, man, Steam just wants clarity. They just want their customers to know what they're buying. And they also want to protect themselves legally. Sweeney is framing this like it's some oppressive overreach, like Valve is leading a witch hunt. No, dude, it's transparency. It's just basic labeling. And the fact that you were willing to...
Methinks the lady doth protest too much. When AI gets better, you'll have a harder time telling, then how will you feel? I would still like to know that AI is being utilized in the games that I buy. Yes, because there is the valid question of how much the AI is involved. How much the AI involved can produce and reproduce content of sufficient quality at a reliable rate and amount. However, but if the products are good enough, does it really matter? It's kind of a loaded question to begin with. I agree. I think that the problem is that AI uses people and their genuine hard work in order to co-opt it into somebody else's. That's what the problem is. I don't mind AI in my workspace because that's where we're all going. We're automating stuff in the business world to help save time. It's not the same as somebody using Grok to take other people's art and creating your own. Like Pinterest has become nothing but AI-generated art. That's where we have the problem.
Die on this hill makes it painfully obvious how disconnected you are from what players actually want, because customers do seem to want these tags. Every point that he raises, every issue he fabricates, every accusation he's throwing at Steam, all of it just reinforces the exact same truth, that these guys are out here for themselves, not for their players, not for the customers, and that's somebody that we can't trust. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like to buy stuff from people that I don't trust. Now, I replied to Sweeney and I had said, Tim, this right here is why you will never beat Steam. It makes no sense for game stores, but it does make sense for customers. We don't need a cash register, we need transparency and a voice. And that's exactly where I stand. I do not care if a game uses AI. They've used different AI tools for years. What I do care about is players having all of the information that they need before spending money.
Exactly.
That's it. Being an informed customer should not be a controversial issue, but apparently it scares the hell out of some of these companies, which honestly, guys, that tells you a lot about what's going on right now. They would rather you not know anything at all about any of these purchases, be blind to their practices, blind to their processes, and happy to just swallow down whatever they serve you. And I am not going to pretend like that is acceptable. I also saw some people that were rallying around Sweeney, Mark Kern, formerly
Yeah. I think we've gotten the gist of what Legendary Drops is trying to say. My take on it, it is better to tell us what is in it than to not tell us, have us find out, and then get sued out your ass. I would rather you tell me than not tell me. That's all. That's it. Oh, this fucker. X-Vault Gaming. Xbox fanboy editor blames PlayStation for Xbox problems. Again, we're going to go through these until I'm bored with them and we've kind of hit the nail on the head enough. And then we'll go to the next one. But what the fuck does ugly koala man gotta say?
You know, it's Microsoft just doesn't get how to be cool. And that's a Satya Nadella corporate culture thing. Like, the This Is an Xbox campaign is so uncool, man. It's so uncool. Like, that whole, like, I don't know if you saw that new trailer that they put out, the Xbox thing. That is so uncool, man. It reminds me of, the Surface went through this. Like, when Surface first came out, they had, like, a bunch of really terrible ads that were just so uncool and lame. And then at some point, they started using a really expensive ad company to do their Surface ads. And suddenly the Surface ads were amazing. It's like, oh shit, Surface might have a chance here. But then Satya...
Okay, so you've used 45 minutes of content from these people and not said a word. So what is your point? What is your point towards Jez? What's the point?
Nadella came on board and he fucked it up. The dude is so uncool, man. And he's doing the same to Windows, that he's doing Surface, and that he's doing to Xbox now.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another X-Vault Gaming video. X-Vault here, and today I want to take a moment and go over a central Windows Central blog writer. We're going to be talking about Jez Corden and what he's specifying here, what he's blaming on, what he's placing the blame on. And again, PlayStation is the bad.
So you're going to just take what he says, spin it to an unhealthy degree, to an, I would say, dishonest degree, and then tell us that it's wrong because PlayStation better?
Bad guy in the scenario and poor Xbox and victim mentality and all this other stuff. So we need to take some time, break this down, go over it and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. All right, so like I said, what we're going to do is break this down, this new victim mentality mindset from Jez Corden. I'm sure a bunch of other fanboys, Xbox fanboys.
All of you act like victims. All of you have a victim mentality. You get angry when PlayStation games go to Xbox. Xbox gets angry when shit goes to PlayStation. Nintendo doesn't like it when they don't get certain things. Or Nintendo fanboys don't like it when they get certain things. They bitch and complain all the time about Steam when Steam has nothing to do with you. All of you are victims. And us over here, us normal PC users, don't fucking care. All of you have a victim mentality. So don't be smug. All of you do.
Boys as well, so let's give the context here from the actual blog, the report here, if you will. As you can see here, PlayStation forced Microsoft to give up Xbox exclusives. Now it wants to destroy Xbox Cloud Gaming and Xbox Play Anywhere cross-buy as well. By Jez Gordon, PlayStation's new Stream Your Own Game feature has over 1,000 titles, utterly destroying Xbox Cloud Gaming's Stream Your Own Game feature, although it's limited to...
What? How? Oh, he went from anti-woke Glupshido to PlayStation Glupshido. I love using this word, ignore me. Glupshido is funny. It's a funny word. It really is. But, what? How does that destroy Xbox Cloud Gaming? What? Why? How does that riddle me this, Batman, how?
A specific piece of PlayStation hardware, which is the PlayStation Portal, right? As we continue to go on here, it shows the image of a PlayStation Portal. Halo itself will appear on PlayStation consoles this year, with Sony offering virtually zero reciprocity, right, for its own games. In essence, PlayStation's ecosystem will have more to play than Xbox's own ecosystem, but Xbox has lots of exclusive platform-level features that helps it stay unique. PC, Xbox cross-buy with
What? 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 I'm so confused by that. That doesn't make any sense. Xbox 100% has more games than PlayStation. Otherwise, PlayStation wouldn't be losing its shit over Xbox games coming to the system. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing a lot more PlayStation users cheering and clapping it up that they're getting Xbox games instead of for their own games. Because the only PlayStation-centric game that I've heard them talk anything about is Ghost of Yotei. And other than that, they talk about Spider-Man and God of War, and that's pretty much it. Because they can't talk Stellar Blade anymore.
Xbox Play Anywhere, an industry-leading Xbox cloud gaming platform, and an undeniably expensive Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription service featuring all first-party games on day one, including Call of Duty, of course.
PlayStation features and cloud gaming features are just as expensive. What?
In addition, but what if that differentiation was about to evaporate? PlayStation dropped a bit of a bomb today, revealing that its PlayStation Portal PS5 Remote Play handheld is now capable of streaming thousands of PlayStation games you own from the cloud to console, with no console required. This thoroughly beats Microsoft's own Stream Your Own Game Xbox Cloud Gaming feature, which only features roughly 1,000.
My question is maybe they're streaming more, maybe they're saying they're capable of streaming more games. Will they, though? But will they, though? What?
1,000 games. With the Xbox Ally essentially acting as the beta platform for the next Xbox console, Microsoft is showing how fast it is trying to move to prepare for a universe where it's competing with both Steam and PlayStation not only in the living room, but also on PC. Xbox wants to play nice, though, giving all of its games away to its competitors. Steam and PlayStation aren't going to play nice, however. In a world where Xbox's ecosystem...
It's not playing nice. Xbox is giving other competitors their games because it's no longer a console war, it's a platform war. If your shit is on more platforms, you make more money. I don't know why you guys don't understand that. I don't know, Devastator. I haven't seen him talk about it. I'm sure he does. Most console gamers do think that way for whatever fucking reason.
System no longer has key differentiators like cloud and PC crossbuy. Wouldn't you rather go to the near identical ecosystem that has exclusive games too? Does anyone actually care outside the social media bubble? We'll know for sure in the coming weeks ahead, or years ahead rather. Additionally, right, posting up here by Jez Gordon, PlayStation Helldivers 2 lands a top spot on the Xbox Store. Could more be on the way? Right? PlayStation and Xbox have been playing nice this summer, and this latest milestone might be a good indicator for what.
This is giving me nothing. You're not telling me anything. I'm moving on. Okay, what's up, Methcast guy? 10 most disappointing and worst games of 2025. I just want to see what he thinks. I'm just curious.
Today we're talking about the worst and most disappointing games of 2025, because I feel like this last 12 months has been incredibly unique. I mean, at the start of 2025, we really didn't know what was in store for this entire year. Almost none of the big games even had release dates. I mean, at the start of this year...
Yes, I'm aware, Devastator. Most console gamers are not that smart.
January, we didn't even know what the Nintendo Switch 2 was, and now we have it. Games like Expedition 33, Hollow Knight, Silksong, but I have to say that tucked between the good games, there has been some absolute dumpster fires. I gotta admit that there were a few games that...
There always is. That's how it is every year. Not every game is going to be a banger.
This year actually made me literally mad. So today, I'm going to do my best to go through, in my opinion, the worst games, the disappointing games, the stuff that was hyped up and ended up just downright sucking. This is my opinion. Feel free to like the video. Tell me the games that you hated the most in 2025, but let's begin with maybe my most controversial take. Let's start. Number 10, Mario Kart World.
That's not a controversial take. You're right. It was bad. It's bad. Is bad. Is bad. All right, next.
All right, so this one.
I'm gonna agree and disagree. I would not say it is the most disappointing, nor is it the worst game. It was actually a lot of fun, although I haven't touched it since I 100%ed it. I don't agree that it was a bad game. I think that there were some graphical issues to it, of course. But it was still a really fun game, and I did enjoy it for what I had it for. I'm really not going to watch his why, but I'm just curious on what his takes are. Or, like, what his
Monster
list
Hunter.
is.
Sadly, I gotta agree. Number 8, Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Remake. This is one that genuinely kind of hurts me to put on the list, to be honest, because I'm a massive fan of all the early Tony Hawk games. I'm the kind of kid where I grew up playing Tony Hawk. I actually got a skateboard in real life and hurt my ankles attempting kickflips and grinds and curves and stuff until eventually my board snapped. But the original ones especially, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're the ones that to me are the most special. And the remake we got of Tony Hawk 1 and 2 is a masterpiece. It's an interesting blend of new goals, new mechanics,
But what... I don't know anything about the Tony Hawk remakes. I haven't played a Tony Hawk game since Underground. So, I'm just curious on why he's saying this.
graphics, but still with the original charm. My biggest problem with Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Remake is that it's not really Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. The name itself is a lie. I mean, this is just literally Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 with the maps of 4 pasted into it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 used to...
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that? It's not a bad game, it's just terribly optimized. Yeah, which a lot of games are right now. Not all of them are optimized very well. I don't understand this. Lost Soul aside, yeah, that one's ass. Number 6, what's number 6?
I still have to say that it disappoints me that it should have been easily a lot better than this. Number 6, FBC.
Yep, FBC Firebreak is bad. I've heard that it's absolute ass and dog water. Okay, cool. Yeah, gotcha. Avowed. I've heard good and bad things about Avowed. I think most of it is just that they didn't populate it. They tried to be Skyrim, or they tried to be Elder Scrolls, and they just weren't Elder Scrolls. Elden Ring, Night Rain? I know Spectre is over there going, what? I heard nothing but good things. So Salt Shakers were playing it last night. They were playing it last fucking night. I would not say that's a bad game at all. It's not my cup of tea because I'm not a big Elden Ring fan. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, yeah, absolutely bad. What else? Number 2, Skate 4, no idea what that is. I don't play skating games. And then honorable mention, Splitgate 2. Yeah, Splitgate 2 didn't do very well. They're trying to revamp it and bring it back. But what's number 1? What's number 1?
This game is so buggy. It is so appallingly... But to me, I had to tuck this in here because at this point, not like worst game, and it's also the most disappointing game. I'm going to count it as both. This, I think you should. Number 1.
Mind's Eye. There we go. Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's fine with me. Okay, not a bad list. There's some things that I disagree with. I don't think Monster Hunter Wilds should be on this list whatsoever. But it's his opinion. Whatever. Next. Hey, Vigi.
Well, folks, just when I think I've seen everything in this wild Nintendo community, somehow it manages to get even more ridiculous. For a while now, we've had Nintendo influencers coming after us, calling us grifters, haters, and clout chasers. The funniest part, half of them don't even know what the word grifter actually means.
Thank you. That's exactly what I've been saying. They don't know what grifter means. They hear it as a buzzword. They hear people dislike the word, the other people associated with it, and they want to use it to their own benefit without knowing what it means.
They just like throwing around buzzwords because it makes them feel smart while defending their favorite corporation. But by their own made-up definition of the word, one of their very founders crowned himself the king of the grifters. Remember how the certain fanboy spent weeks saying he didn't like this upcoming game, saying the game didn't look good, saying I don't like Sonic-style racing games, I don't like the mechanics. He made it very clear it wasn't his type of game and he wasn't supporting it.
The Sonic racing game I heard is really, really good. My husband loves it. He's stoked that the new DLCs are coming out. He's stoked about the new characters that are coming out. I don't understand the hate.
Until the moment a sponsored video came knocking. Then suddenly his tone flipped. Overnight it became, wow, this game is actually pretty fun. Maybe I'll pick it up later on a second platform. And wouldn't you know it, affiliate links and sponsorship tags magically appeared right next to that sudden change of heart. So by the very rules they set, who's the real grifter now? Because from where I'm standing, it sure looks like...
Oof. And Elden Ring shouldn't be on a worst games list, to be honest. No, they shouldn't. I don't agree with those two. The other ones, yeah, sure, whatever. Those, no. Absolutely not.
They expose themselves. Let's go ahead and reveal exactly who I'm talking about, but before I do, please hit the like button and the hype button as well. It really helps out small channels like mine to be able to stand up to greedy corporations and the toxic influencers.
Something about this game that truly feels special. I know it has this whole crossworld theme where while you're racing, it like changes courses, and it's pretty cool, honestly, and it makes every race feel super unique. But honestly, for me, it's the crossover of characters. They have so many different characters from so many different IPs.
Yeah. Sega knows what they want, what their audience wants. They know it. They're bringing in characters that are from the fucking comics and from niche web series. Because they know what their people want. This is what gaming companies should be doing. You should be paying attention to what your customer base enjoys and is all hyped for and play into that shit like crazy. Why? Because you make buku bank.
That to me, this is just stupidly exciting. Like, yeah, today we're going to talk about SpongeBob and stuff, and that's one of many, but honestly, I love that this game has opened up itself beyond the Sonic universe.
Oh yes, it's Nintendo Prime, or as I like to call him, Primey, the man of the hour, the influencer who could turn on a dime the moment a sponsorship lands in his inbox. I just find it hilarious how he went from trashing the game's entire core concept, especially the Sonic-style ring mechanics, to suddenly praising them like they're the greatest innovation in racing history. Before the money showed up, he was saying stuff like, I don't like the mechanics, this just isn't for me. Now it's magical. Oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. Call me crazy, but that dramatic shift doesn't exactly scream authenticity. Even if I didn't know he was full of it, you can hear the deception dripping from his voice. It's like he's trying way too hard to convince everyone, including—
Yeah, it sounds very, very, very fake. I wouldn't believe anything that this person would say regards to anything outside of Nintendo. Even with the Nintendo stuff, I wouldn't trust what they say because it's obviously fake. You are obviously lying.
Himself that this sudden change of opinion is genuine. And sure, I'll give him one point. He's right about the roster. Sonic Crossworlds absolutely destroys Mario Kart in that department. Deep down, Primey wishes his precious Mario Kart world could even come close to that level of character variety and creativity. That's probably why he downplayed the game at first, because he knew it was doing something Nintendo refused to do. Funny how that works, huh? So once again, by the fanboys' rules they created, he just exposed himself as the real grifter in this situation. And we're just getting started.
And gotten permission and IP license rights and all this stuff to so many different characters. That to me, look guys, if you want a really diverse roster, this is the game that has that diverse roster. Your favorites could be in future updates. That's what's crazy about it. So first I'll just go a little bit.
Oh, but I thought you liked Mario better. I thought Mario butter. Why are you hyping up your Nintendo fans to go play a game that's not Nintendo? Is it because of the money? Oh, it's because of the money, isn't it? Fucking dumbass. Did you know Rouge has jiggle physics? Yes, I'm aware. I am aware.
Oh, that part is very true, Primey. Sonic Crossworld does have an amazing and diverse roster, easily putting Mario Kart's 50-character lineup to shame, especially when half of those slots feel like filler. On that point, we can actually agree. But here's where things start to look suspicious. If you listen to his usual Nintendo news videos, he sounds upbeat, excited, energized. He has that let's hype this up together tone. He's confident, he's loud, he's selling the message. Then compare that voice to the tone in this sponsored video. Suddenly he sounds uncertain, hesitant, like he's trying too carefully to thread a needle, and it doesn't have the same natural enthusiasm as the content he generally is excited about. Now, maybe he wasn't feeling well that day. Maybe he was just tired, maybe he was off his game. Those things happen, and we don't need to jump down his throat over normal human stuff. But if you didn't already know the context and someone simply showed up to you the before and after clips, one where he says he doesn't like the game or the mechanics, and the next where he's softly praising it right after being paid, you start to notice the shift too. It's not the fact that he likes the game now, it's the timing, it's the forced tone. When enthusiasm mysteriously appears the moment money is involved, people would actually question authenticity. We are smart. We can hear when someone is trying way too hard to sound—
Yeah, I agree. Vigilante. That's legitimate grifting. And if you actually grift, you have no right to tell anybody else they're a grifter. None whatsoever. None. Nada. Zippo zilcho.
sound convincing. So maybe he's sick, or maybe he's just struggling to hide something much bigger that the grifter label his community throws at others might just fit him better than anyone else.
What I want to note here is I'm not like the biggest fan of like fighting games, right? Like I'm not that into fighting games outside of Smash Brothers. And the fact remains that, racing games are kind of another one.
Outside of Smash Brothers. I know you are fucking stupid. And you are a fucking grifter when you say shit like that. I don't know of anything unless it's a Nintendo.
Those categories where I'm not really into like those simulation racing games, but I do tend to enjoy these more arcade style racers, and Sonic Racing Crossworlds falls right up that alley. Obviously, its unique ability to.
Hold on a second. My dogs are making noise. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's get back to the right scene. Ah, this is such annoying shit. It's so cringe. It's so cringe.
To cross over worlds into those 15 different worlds. I've experienced it many times now. I'm really enjoying that aspect of the game because it does make every race feel unique, even if it's.
If that was the case, you would have no issues talking about what you actually like about it. It sounds like you are clawing and scraping for any little thing, any little crumb of good, I guess, points that you could say for this game. It literally sounds like fabricating.
It's the same course.
Primey, you claim Smash Bros is amazing, and it is, but come on, man, let's be real here. Me and you both know the real reason you don't like fighting games. It's because Nintendo barely makes any traditional fighters. If Nintendo suddenly owned 5 different fighting franchises tomorrow, you'd be praising the genre like it's the greatest thing since Amiibo. There are plenty of arena fighters and platform fighters out there. Games that deliver the same chaotic, competitive energy, but you'll never touch them simply because they don't have a Nintendo logo stamp on the box. Step outside your echo chamber for once. There's a whole gaming universe beyond Mushroom Kingdom brand approval. But let's get back to the core issue. I find it absolutely hilarious how he suddenly loves the ring mechanic now, because a few weeks ago, this man was crystal clear. I don't like the mechanics. The Sonic racing formula isn't for me. The game just doesn't look good. He had no interest, no hype, no investment. Then as soon as a sponsor opportunity appears, bam, instant change of heart. Now the rings are innovative. Now the mechanics.
We demand pause music, or do we have to buy an amiibo to get it? I just don't have anything up right now. I'm trying to, go get the dogs taken care of, because, again, they are old, they need attention, and one of them threw up on themselves this morning, so I have to be very quick when I go check on them, if they're making noise. And usually when he starts crying like he was, something's not right. So, I had to, very quickly go over there and check on him. Sorry.
Are fun. Now it's totally worth checking out. If he had come out and said, you know what, I gave it another chance and my opinion changed, I'd respect that. Opinions evolve. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, dude, no. No Hellfire amiibo. Maybe someday a plushie if I get big enough, but no amiibos. No. Fuck, I love Baileys and coffee.
Your enthusiasm magically activates the moment a paycheck is involved. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a genuine excitement. That looks like brand aligned enthusiasm for sale. It's not that he enjoys the game. Great if he does. It's the timing. It's the rehearsed tone. It's the silence on what actually changed. So forgive me if I just don't take the sudden positivity as a heartfelt revelation. Once money enters the picture, credibility becomes a lot harder to trust, especially when it directly contradicts everything you've been saying for weeks. And that's why I have to call him out. Because if I did what he just did, I would be labeled a grifter. I would be attacked nonstop.
Yeah, it's the rules for me and not for me kind of mentality. And these guys are so on everybody's ass when they don't agree with something that we say, saying we're grifters, that we're doing this for money, when a lot of us don't make a lot of money on this stuff. I don't think they realize how much money that you can make off of ad revenue. He's got AV's S has 3.5k views. That's like $3. Maybe $30 at most. $30. How is that really anything? If you can make $100, maybe you can make maybe you can make that argument. But we're not making a whole lot off of this shit. Maybe Frit and Alex make a lot of money off of this shit. I don't. AVS surely doesn't. But I roll. Let's move to the next one. We got some Frit action. Frit action. Frittata!
I told you! I warned all of you! Oh, Frit, you can start your videos with so much laughter and so much enjoyment. Oh, yes.
Absolutely fucking can. We love that. We love him doing that. We love Frit cackling it up. Because shit that's been going on has been hilarious. Oh my god. Shit is so fucking funny. Shit is so fucking funny. It really, really is. Hold on, I'm gonna move something. Because we're only probably gonna do a couple more, a few more videos. And, I think we're not gonna do that one. We got Dez, we got Harmon. We don't need any more X-Vault. I don't really care about Switch Force. That's gonna be for later. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more videos left. And we're just gonna go for it.
I can. Stop me, bitch. I dare you.
You know what's ironic about this? You're the one who looks stupid right now.
Well, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You Nintendo guys are gonna sit there and you're gonna take my views and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I am going to be as unhinged as possible. I am going to be absolutely obnoxious. So be prepared.
Yeah, I've heard that Metroid Prime 4 is bad. It's really, really bad, is what I've heard. And I feel bad for anybody who was really, really excited about this game. Because they fucked you. They don't care about you no more. They don't give a shit. They don't care. And it's very sad. Very sad.
What did I tell you? Metroid Prime 4 was not looking, well, it wasn't looking good. It looked like it needed at least another year in the oven with how low res everything was. That open world sandbox gimmick, the soy beta cuck boy with the Engadget glasses that follows you around and provided James Gunn-esque commentary that you just wanted to blast in the face. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 has been anticipated for a very long time. So long that the people who have been waiting don't have hair anymore and can barely walk. But it's here, and it's just okay.
Sick. Thanks for coming by, Joshua Martin. Isn't Harmon's book a Wheel of Pain? So why you got Wheel of Pain?
Chainsaw to it. Motherfucking chainsaw.
Thank you for subbing.
Chainsaw.
No, Wheel of Pain is the games. Although I am going to make the next Harmon thing a wheel, it is not Wheel of Pain. Wheel of Pain is the gaming stuff. Like, probably when I'm done with this, I'm going to see the doggos, and I'll probably be back on to do more Assassin's Creed shit. That's my Wheel of Pain right now. The Wheel of Pain is having to 100% a really shitty game on stream. It's really bad. It sucks dick.
Hey.
Did you think it was good? Tell me I'm good. Tell me it was good. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm good. Tell me it was good. Tell me I'm good.
And I'm saying just okay because all those Nintendo fanboy Twitter accounts are saying it was going to be a Game of the Year contender, when it doesn't look like it can even compete with Doom: The Dark Ages. Reviews for Metroid Prime 4 are about exactly where I thought they would be. Somewhere between 79 to 82 on Metacritic. Well, actually, it was 79, then it jumped to 80, now then 81, then went down to 80, and now back at an 81. And Nintendo fans are pissed. They cannot believe Nintendo let them down. I mean, personally, I don't...
Hosting Harmon Smith, and I sat through the time you read Harmon's book. Yeah, it was torture. Yeah, it was. I'll probably have to do it again once we hit the goal. We're not that far from it. Anybody's gonna make it happen, it's Dez, because Dez is just like that. This is why Nintendo needs to be sued. I'm sorry if you are fucked over. If you fuck up your fan base like that and cucked them for over a decade and you gave them absolutely nothing, you deserve to be scrutinized and sued. I wouldn't say sued because there really isn't anything they could sue them for. But they do need to be chewed out like crazy.
I don't really think AD's even a bad score. It's just comical due to the fact that these guys are overpraising Metroid Prime 4. You saw what I saw. Everybody who subscribed to this channel, thank you. And you should continue to subscribe because we're almost at 118,000. And once we reach 120,000, I'll play something on the guitar on camera for you. I'll even do on-camera stuff more often. But you gotta get me.
Yeah, guys, we're trying to get to 2K. If we get to 2K, I have to write a short story. And, yeah. I have to write a short story. And it can be as smutty as everybody else wants, as the audience wants. But we have to hit that 2K first. We are at 1832. We're getting there. Have a good stream, Spectre. I might stop by later. I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
120K. Don't forget, we're doing a shipment of stickers, custom Pertanga stickers.
Nice.
So join the Discord, I'll leave a link down below, and in there you'll find a channel where you can purchase them. Put in your request. We're trying to get as many requests as possible ahead of time, so we can sign away the invoice to have them all made and shipped right to you. And each sticker serves as a raffle ticket for your chance to win anything from Pokemon cards to a Steam Deck to even some video games, and you get custom Frit merch. What's not to love? Anyway.
Clap it up for Frit for that shit, man. He is giving back to his community, and I applaud him for it. Not a lot of people can do that. I can't afford it right now. If I could, I would. But at the moment, I can't afford it. So we'll see. Maybe for Christmas I'll do a raffle of a game. But we'll see. We'll have to see.
Anyway, let's check out these review scores. And the reception. Of course, the reception. The delicious reception. And there it is. Metroid Prime 4 sitting at a beautiful 81. I'm trying to lick it. I can't. Oh well. I've been looking too many things recently. Now, under most circumstances, an 81's not bad at all, except for the fact that every Metroid Prime before this has scored in the 90s. Hell, at one point, Metroid Prime 1 scored like, what, a 97? Which, personally, I think may have been a little overboard back then, because Metroid Prime is a good game, but not what I would consider a good first-person shooter. But nonetheless, it was good. I don't know if it was 97 good, but every other Metroid in the same series has scored in the 90s, and Metroid Prime 4 has let fans down. I mean, we will read the 100 score, of course, just to be fair. As you can see here, despite a few tweaks and new features, motion controls, psychic powers, a non-linear hub world, and the occasional side character, this is Metroid Prime through and through. Oh, the cove. Oh.
Is it? Is it, though? I heard that it's not. Metroid Prime didn't have side characters talking to you. Other M does. Oh, I know he is. Even though he says that Metroid is a subpar franchise in comparison to like Mario or Zelda. He talks so much shit about Metroid, but as soon as Metroid game comes out, he must defend Nintendo. He must defend Nintendo. So fucking stupid. I don't really like Frit much, but I'm thankful that he's doing good. Me too. I like Frit. I don't like all of his takes. I don't like a lot of his opinions on certain things, but I do agree with him when it comes to video games for the most part. For the most part.
Oh, the cove is without a doubt the closest the series has ever felt to the original Metro. Might want to walk back that statement, giant bomb. Well, I'm not even bored. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is worth the wait. Oh, is it now? Is it worth 72? The new story characters are not in any way overly chatty, and this is still the mysterious.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. I have 100% seen that people are, that this side character is talking to you nonstop, being an absolute fucking nuisance.
And moody alien treasure hunt Metroid fans have come to love, but now with a funky alien bike. Not the most convincing of reviews. What about this one from Checkpoint Gaming? It's good to know that the long wait for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was worth it. Retro Studios knows what's important to their flagship series and sticks to it, bringing us a classic Metroid adventure featuring a fantastical alien world full of creatures to fight. Okay, yeah. IGN gave it an A.
That's a lie. Lie detector determined that was a lie. We know that's a lie. From everything that I've seen, that is a fucking lie.
IGN, some of the biggest Nintendo guys on the planet. It doesn't take psychic powers to see the ideal vision Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was aiming for. It tries to mix the excellent Prime formula with a character-focused story and a large hub world to explore. It doesn't quite reach that ambitious goal. Well, let's start to get to the yellows, because that's where I'm interested. I want to see what people didn't like.
Game
It's no surprise that a majority of Nintendo websites like Nintendo, Nintendo Live, all love it. I want to see what the non-Nintendo gaming reviewers think. GameStar, quotation forthcoming. I don't know what that means. GamePro Germany.
Lol.
Metroid Prime 4 is a fun mix of action and puzzles, but it is severely hampered by some modern design decisions. Oh boy,
modern gaming completely screwing over a game. Oh heavens, I'm pearl clutching. Pearl clutching, oh no.
Gaming, woo boy! And people said, have faith in Metroid. It would never take the modern day slop approach, but that's exactly what it did. Games Radar. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally here after an 18-year wait. At its best moments, it feels like no time has passed at all, as I'm awed by the melancholy and mysterious.
Yes, David Stater, I am aware that he is defending. I'm aware of this video from Harmon. I'm very much aware. Ironically enough, I watched Harmon's review of Metroid Prime 4. You know that what the first things he said that shit wasn't woke. And he's anti-woke. It's fucking ironic for him to say that. Oh yeah. He's lying. He's a grifter. He's a grifter. He is a shill for Nintendo through and through. He changes his opinion on a dime.
Of this exploration-focused FPS, but at many other moments, it's bogged down by odd new features that detract from what's almost one of Samus' best, being so
Devastator. I'm well aware. I'm not gonna watch them on stream, but I am well aware that he is shilling and he is gunt blocking and gunt guarding for Metroid 4. I'm well aware. I got it. Well aware.
So close to greatness. Metro says almost exactly what fans didn't want from a new Metroid Prime, but while it is widely inconsistent, the majority of the game is undeniably entertaining. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a meticulously crafted sequel with a fantastic soundtrack, excellent boss fights, and impressive enclosed locations that prove Retro Studios has not lost its craftsmanship. However, just as strongly as the game can amaze, it can also disappoint. The open desert with the motorcycle stretches the pacing in an unwelcome way is what I'm guessing.
That's what I've heard, is that the Jack 2 and 3 biking desert shit is ass. I've heard nothing but bad things about that. And that tells me that they don't know what their people want anymore. They don't know what their audience wants anymore. If they want to put this shit in there. I understand maybe you want to innovate a little bit. This is regressing. This is not progressing the development of these games. It's not. It's not progressing the evolution whatsoever. It's bad.
I'm gonna say. Now let's get even lower, because I think the lowest we got is a 60. As the biggest Metroid Prime game to date, yet it's fallen into the trap that many open world games succumb to. An overwhelmingly feeling of emptiness. The actual levels themselves are good, look great, but are dragged down by interfering NPCs and linear layouts that defeat the point of a Metroidvania entirely. Reviews are all over the place. I mean, consensus is that it's good, just not Game of the Year, let alone Game of the Decade good, which is what Nintendo fans said it would be. Metroid fell short, which came as a surprise to a lot of people except me, because in the trailers it just looked very half-baked, and people were gaslighting me, telling me, nah, for it, it looks fantastic, it looks current gen. No.
Have a nice nap, gamer bro. I'll see you guys later. Or I'll see you later. Have a good one. Have a nice nap.
It did not. It didn't look ready at all. And I was right. It could have been a 90, maybe one more year in the oven.
Exactly, Death Shadow. Exactly. He hates Metroid games and he says that they're subpar in comparison to Mario and Zelda games. But he's defending them. Oh. It's almost like he talks shit about so many games like Silksong, Elden Ring, E33. And yet he plays them on stream for multiple streams. Huh? Sounds to me like he's grifting.
Take away the open world thing, get rid of the beta soy cup character, and actually get rid of all the other characters while you're at it. Make it a Samus-focused story, strictly, and you could have had something good, but Metroid took the modern slop approach, like I said. They wanted so desperately to have their cinematic experience with James Gunn-esque writing, which, like many reviewers here said, destroys the whole point of a Metroidvania. However, the Nintendo guys are taking this about as bad as Xbox guys do when their games underperform on Metacritic. It's not looking good for them. Check this out. Metroid Prime 4 currently has an 80 Metacritic average based on 50+ reviews. Not a bad score in a vacuum, but for the Metroid Prime series, it's a huge step back in critical reception. You know, something tells me perhaps Metroid Prime wasn't ever really that great, and people's standards have changed because the FPS genre has evolved in a lot of ways ever since Metroid Prime. I mean, after playing Doom, The Dark Ages, for me, it was like, what other FPS game can stack up to that? And even that was relatively mid for a Doom game. Look at this one. Oh, this is gold. It is a fine score, especially when you have the perceived bias of many reviewers who hate Nintendo lightly for being the last gaming company not moving to PC. It's always PC.
Yeah, but we still have your games. We can still legally emulate them. We can still legally emulate those games. We still get them eventually. Nintendo will one day wise up, and it's going to be very soon. They're going to wise up. And they're going to start putting their games on PC. What then, Nintendards? What then?
PC gaming's fault somehow. When all else fails, when the agenda runs dry, you gotta blame PC gaming. It's always PC gaming's fault. One way or another, we always get blamed. And I guess we're supposed to believe journalists have a bias against Nintendo? No, it's the opposite, you dumb fuck. Reviewers and journalists have a huge boner for Nintendo IPs. They have protected Nintendo more than anyone else on this planet. It just so happens that it's kind of hard to count for Nintendo at this moment. Nintendo guys live in a very small world. They think that because their console has sold over 100 million units, that must mean the world loves Nintendo. When 100 million isn't even close to the world. Think more like around 8 billion.
It's not. It's not even close. It's not even 10th. Oh, wow.
You are actually the minority, not the majority. So to expect everybody in the world to glaze Nintendo is insane. And to think that all those reviewers hate Nintendo is even dumber. Just because some people don't huff Nintendo's farts doesn't mean they don't like Nintendo. Like anything less than complete glaze, and these guys lose their minds. It's a grand conspiracy. Not to mention, this is all contradicted by the very fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza scored like what, in the high 90s? So you're full of shit. Metroid Prime 4 just didn't turn out to be that great. So according to one review here, there's apparently multiple secondary characters in Metroid Prime 4 that yap at you the whole game. It wasn't just a tutorial thing. After all, it's actually over. So yeah, it seems those characters don't shut the fuck up, and it goes beyond the doofus with the glasses. So I could see how that would affect some reviews because we've had enough of these characters. But my god, it's like every writer within the last 10 years really wants that type of character trope to continue existing.
Reactions to Metroid Prime 4 reviews once again shows me that these so-called gamers play reviews and Metacritic more than they play games. Crazy work. And that's been excited for years, only to...
Yeah, it's very bad. We get the point. We get the point of how bad this shit is. Yeah, it's not good. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, things are going to get...
Oh. It's Daddy. I'm not gonna lie, I had a really good time talking to Alex a couple nights ago. That was a lot of fun. Again, shout out to K-Hawk for making that shit happen, because that was so much fun. I said it last night, I'll say it again. The amount of similarities that Alex and I have personality-wise, taste-wise, yeah, I'm 100% gonna keep saying that I'm the female Alex. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. It's set in stone. After that conversation and after the stuff he was talking about, yeah. He's a funny dude. It was really funny play flirting with him on KX stream. That was awesome. That was awesome. Because I only talked to him one other time in, like, DMs. He actually DM'd me when the big hubaloo happened while I was on my honeymoon thinking that I was home. He thought I was back from my honeymoon. I was on my honeymoon. And he's like, oh, shit, my bad. But go do that. I'm like, thanks, bro. But that was still funny. It's still really funny.
Weird, and I really do mean it. I really feel like what we're going to be seeing, not only at the end of this console and gaming generation, we're going to be seeing a lot of really weird stuff happen for the next gen as well, with rumors swirling around that Xbox may in fact be adding an open platform to their console hybrid by allowing other storefronts like Steam. Hell, we're even seeing it right now on the Xbox ROG Ally X, where in their Xbox experience, you can just switch between any kind of storefront and platform that you like simply by just having a Windows OS. We're seeing RAM prices escalate to astronomical levels, and on top of that, we're seeing it almost become completely...
Yeah, the RAM pricing is fucking horrendous. I'm so glad that I got my PC built when I did, because I am in no way going to be updating Babs anytime soon. This shit the bubble has to burst first. Because I just do not want to deal with how bad prices are right now. I would rather go buy myself a new fucking car than deal with the prices for PC parts right now.
Impossible to actually afford a budget PC, mostly due to the AI bubble not popping. Well, it hasn't popped yet, and I guarantee you at some point it absolutely will, and when it does, the ramifications are going to be felt for years to come afterwards. We're also seeing companies like Nintendo become the greediest companies possible, charging more for video games than ever before, increasing the cost and price of their previous generation to make the newer generation seem more appealing and purchasable in the first place. And on top of that, not even putting out a good Metroid game either. Yikes. But see, we're not going to focus on any of those companies today. No, today we're going to talk about PlayStation, because there has been quite a few things circling about the new PlayStation 6, and even what's going to be happening with the future of the PlayStation console as well. And the funniest...
Oh, yeah. Gar got a crash out of this week. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know he did. Oh, there's so many crash outs that were happening. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I'm hearing that PlayStation fanboys are crashing out because they think that PlayStation's gonna have a Steam storefront on it. If that's the case, oh boy. The takeover is imminent. The takeover is imminent.
The thing about all of that is watching fanboys who are in fact grown adult men in their 40s cling on to something that they were holding on to for dear life back in the early 90s and 2000s, even though the one thing they love, such as exclusivity, is falling through their fingers faster than holding on to sand. So what am I talking about? Well, it turns out that yesterday there was a really big update for Helldivers 2, and this really flies in the face of what people have been talking about for the past couple of weeks. Let's take a look. According to Insider Gaming, Helldivers 2 PC file size has been reduced by 85%. Already, if
100% clap it up for Helldivers. 100% clap it up for the Helldivers team for doing that. They literally realized that they had terribly optimized their game and bloated the file size. And they decided to fix that shit. Thank you. Yes, I am well aware about Micron leaving the consumer space. I'm well aware. I see all this shit. I just don't feel the need to talk about it as much because everybody else that does, like, multiple videos about gaming a week, they've already covered it. There's nothing new for me to say. So I just generally don't say a whole lot about that.
If you are someone who games on PC, that is a massive file size reduction. Most games nowadays are coming around to anywhere near 100 plus gigabytes for each specific game, making a 512 gigabyte SSD basically irrelevant for only just a few games to play, usually about 4 to 5, maybe even 2 games if you're a Call of Duty player as well. What we're seeing right now, though, is the fact that a game like Helldivers 2 had its file size reduced and becoming a much easier game to not only operate, but also much more efficient game to play, and you're never going to believe who helped them get there in the first place. Insider Gaming's article says this: Arrowhead Game Studios has revealed that Helldivers 2 file size has been reduced by 85%, and the new, quote, slim version can be tried in beta. The performance issues and installation size in Helldivers 2 have become a pain in Arrowhead's neck, and they have been hard at work trying to solve these problems.
Thank you. Please, gaming companies, please, developing companies, fix your optimization problem. Optimize your fucking games. Because if you don't, people aren't going to be able to play them because they're going to be too fucking big. Take notes. Optimize your shit. And hey, Tim Sweeney, fix Unreal Engine. Fix Unreal Engine so people can properly optimize their shit. Fix this stuff. Stop with the bullshit. Fix it.
Developers commented in October on improving the game's file size, and now they have delivered the result, reducing the installation size by more than 3/4. The blog post on Steam states that the Helldivers 2 developers have made good progress on reducing the PC installation size while adding new content. Thanks to their partnership with Nixxes, the team has reached its goal sooner than expected, with all data being deduplicated. The file size reduction will also help improve load times, seconds at most. Did you hear that? Did you catch that? I caught who helped out Arrowhead Studios. That's right, the one and only porting studio, Nixxes. And if you don't understand what this is...
Nixxes are fucking legends. Fucking legends. I love Nixxes. They keep doing fantastic work for PC games and PC game ports. Love them. Absolutely love them. Thank you for helping with this.
It's so incredibly important. Well, let's put the pieces to play, shall we? You see, PlayStation went ahead and bought Nixxes as a porting studio just a few years back, and since then, they've basically just done pretty much amazing work throughout their entire time, porting almost practically the entire catalog of PlayStation 4 exclusives and even PS5 games onto the PC. Everything from Horizon Zero Dawn's Complete Edition, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Nothing but great ports. Nothing but great ports, period. They do good shit. Thank you. Thank you for that shit. Now put Sly Cooper on the fucking PC. Do it.
The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Helldivers 2. So when you see a studio that specializes in simply porting their games to other platforms like the PC gaming space and also putting their games onto Steam, you can clearly see that PlayStation does in fact have a vested interest in going around and putting more games onto more platforms. To make things even more interesting, Nixxes has even tweeted about working with House Marquee on their new upcoming game called Soros, and here's what they had to say. Nixxes Software tweeted out, "We are excited to announce that art and game design teams at Nixxes are working closely with Housemarque's creative leadership on key elements of art and gameplay in Soros. It's an honor to work together with incredible talent at House Marquee, and we cannot wait for y'all to experience Soros when it launches on PS5 next year."
Does that mean that they're going to be putting that day and date on PC too? That would be great. That would be great. I don't know what Soros is, but more game on PC mean good. More game on PC is good.
So we have a porting studio that's been in the industry for 20 plus years already. That same porting studio has also done previous PC ports of other third-party games as well. That porting studio also gets bought by PlayStation and Sony Interactive Entertainment to go ahead and port practically every single exclusive that PlayStation had onto the PC gaming platform and even onto Steam as well. Then we find out that same porting studio also worked with the previous studios for Arrowhead to reduce the file size of the game by 85%, and they're also working with House Marquee on PlayStation's new upcoming game for Soros, which is coming out next year. Methinks day and dates for video games at PlayStation are getting closer to PC than ever actually before.
Methinks I agree with Alex. Methinks I agree with the good-looking himbo. Methinks I agree with Daddy. Day and date is closer than everybody thinks. Watch them cry.
And I'm not the only one that thinks this either. Detective Seeds on Twitter back in August said this: PlayStation 2 PC ports will begin coming faster going forward. 6 months is the new aim, and PC is a targeted platform to port to. And honestly, I can absolutely see it. We've already seen how Death Stranding 2 was ESRB rated to come to PC as well, and that falls in line with these 6 to 8 months. That also falls in line with what happened previously for Death Stranding 1, hitting PC on top of that. The difference, though, is we could be seeing at this very moment in time so many other...
Soros is Returnal 2, basically. I haven't played Returnal either. I think I have it on my wish list on Steam, but I haven't played it. I want to. It looks like it's fun. I haven't played it. I haven't had the chance. I've got so much shit that I need to play and get through.
Games from PlayStation hit the PC gaming landscape and even other platforms as well, just like Helldivers 2 did, simply because there's far more money to be made by having your games available to more audience members and more people to buy your game in the first place, even if it is on the competing platform. If you want a good example of this, Forza Horizon 5 sold a cool couple million units in just a few days, far more than Astrobot ever did that exact same year. It turned out everybody wanted to buy Xbox games, just nobody wanted to buy an Xbox. And I think that's really what people are having a very difficult time trying to grasp in the first place. People have talked about, why are exclusives such a problem for you, Alex? Well, the thing is they're used as unique value propositions, or UVPs. They're trying to provide some sort of unique value to you as a customer and consumer, when in reality there is no value there in the first place. All they're doing instead is trying to coerce you and convince you to spend $550 to $750 on a plastic box to then stay in their ecosystem.
Yeah, I'm not buying another game system for a long time. I got the Switch 2 because I kind of have to, because I'm a Pokemon gamer. I'm a shiny collector. I'm still working on my living decks. I need 3 more Furfrou so I can have all of the different shiny forms. All the different shiny hairstyles. I have so much shit that I have to do that I'm way behind on that. That's going to take forever. But still, super excited about all that. I'm super excited to be done with shiny hunting until the next game comes out, which is probably going to be in the next couple of years. And I'm probably going to hate that game too. It's probably going to be just as bad as Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Although I did like the story for Scarlet and Violet. And the professors were hot. Other than that, yeah. I'm not buying any more consoles if I can help it.
And they'll drip feed you those exclusives every year or so. Well, basically just one tentpole title a year, which is all you're going to be actually getting. And then after that, 6 to 8 months later, it hits PC. So my question to everybody else is, what actual value is there on a timed exclusive game when in reality...
Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing good there.
You can play it on just any other platform on top of it. It's almost like what PlayStation has to do now is compete with actual hardware and services rather than trying to lock content behind a plastic box. And that's why I've been laughing about this the entire time. You see, about a week or so back, we had this fun little article being spread around the internet, even though people didn't realize that PlayStation made $1.2 billion selling their games on PC in over 5 years.
PlayStation might stop porting exclusives to PC, Xbox Insider claims. You're gonna take an Xbox Insider for PlayStation news? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
Watch this. Hunter on Twitter said this. Xbox Insider says PlayStation is probably pulling back from PC. Live service titles reportedly will launch on PC, but games like Ghost of Yote may never come. With quote, take it as a grain of salt. His track record isn't exactly ironclad, says The Gamer. What Next Gen Player and The Gamer are talking about on Twitter are basically the fact that Jess Corden made an offhanded comment how he heard a rumor that PlayStation will be pulling back from putting games onto PC. And my argument is more than likely, no, I don't think that's going to happen at all.
I don't think so either. I think that's a very stupid thing to think. I think it's a very, very dumb opinion to have. Because PlayStation's making a shit ton of money off of PC ports. And they're going to make even more with their stuff being on Xbox. It's going to be a money fest. It's going to be a money fest.
Going to be ramping up putting games onto PC and multiple platforms. And when I say multiple platforms, I also mean the Xbox and Nintendo Switch too. You see, we've already seen PlayStation publish games onto the Nintendo Switch. Horizon Lego is a perfect example. And there even have been some other ones as well, like Hot Shots Golf. The thing is, though, those are smaller titles for right now. Basically, a test bed. Just 4 games, if you will. Not being taken as a signal, right? But the funniest thing is watching people who just laud PlayStation in their...
I love that you've pointed that out. At least Alex can admit that he was wrong on that situation. At least some people that had said, I think it's just going to be the 4 games, and were wrong, admitted they were okay with admitting they were wrong. A lot of these PlayStation gamers can't do that. A lot of these Nintendo gamers can't do that.
Their exclusivity, walk around saying how this is definitely going to happen, even though we saw PlayStation make well over $1 billion in just 5 years by simply putting some of their older titles onto the PC platform. Imagine what would happen if they went day and date instead. And I think that's the really ironic thing of all of this. The gaming market itself has basically slowed down. When you're looking at the actual cost of components like RAM for PC gaming, and also CPUs and GPUs are going to be increasing in price soon as well. When you're seeing consistent price increases of consoles, game services, and everything else across the board, gaming itself is getting far too expensive. And game companies will do one of 2 things: either squeeze out the customer and consumer, or try to reach new markets with other customers and consumers that weren't part of your ecosystem in the first place. And like I said before, I think PlayStation, especially Xbox, and maybe even Nintendo, will in fact be doing both. What you could be seeing instead isn't just the fact that people haven't moved over from the PS4 to PS5 yet. You're also going to be seeing a longer lead-up time between PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6, and even then, between Xbox Series X and the new Xbox Magnus that's going to be coming out as well. Most notably because of a couple of things specifically. Number 1, we don't know what the price is in fact going to be. And number 2, what is actually going to be occurring between these mid-generation console refreshes like we see with the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying the... I think the mid-console refreshers are kind of dumb. I thought it was dumb ever since the PS2 Slim. But they're continuing to do it. And they're continuing to make them more expensive than the regular PlayStations. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. I really do, guys. I hate that shit.
and what's going to be the lead between time of that actual turnaround when people go from PS5 to PS6 or the next generation of consoles. We've already seen that happen before between PS4 and PS5, and you're damn sure going to be seeing it happen again between PS5 and PS6. The thing is, the next generation of consoles has to provide something new and different that is going to be better than just exclusives or my kind of exclusives that people have been trying to parade around as if it's some sort of unique value. And I feel like this is in fact where Xbox may be doing the right thing that's best for them to differentiate themselves from their competitor. I talked about the ROG Ally X and how it's basically just Windows but in an Xbox format with a full screen experience. It's not bad, but I personally prefer my Steam Deck still, and I still use my Steam Deck more than I do this. The thing is though, if Xbox does it right and they provide a proper full screen experience and their hybrid console PC does come out at an affordable price, not the $1,200 it's rumored to be because we don't even know what that's going to be just yet, we could be
$1,200 for a console? I would rather spend that upgrading parts of my PC. When things are affordable again. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that.
Seeing a real differentiating key factor between most consoles and what they actually provide the user right now. Even though consoles right now are just trimmed down PCs with x86 architecture, basically all made by AMD, and also basically almost use the exact same parts with some just slight differentiators in between them. So it was really interesting to see across my feed the other day when this rumor of PlayStation 6 getting access to Steam came up, even though I'm very skeptical about the source. Hip Hop Gamer on Twitter said this: Steam is coming to PlayStation 6, confirmed. GTA 6 PC port, RTX 5080 card, runs it great. Full video, must see. Now, I'm going to be very upfront and honest here. I'm taking all of this with a huge grain of salt. You see, for me, it's far more believable for Microsoft and Xbox to have Steam, mostly because Xbox and Microsoft have Windows. They have their own direct operating system. It really doesn't make sense for me personally with PlayStation having Steam, mostly because what OS do they really have, and how are they going to count monthly active users?
Exactly. If you think the PlayStation isn't going to be working with Steam after seeing what Xbox is doing, you're a fool. You're a fool. PlayStation would be foolish not to partner with Steam because they would make money off of it. They would make so much money.
Users. You can count people from Xbox and Windows as an actual MAU and say, well, we're Microsoft Gaming now, we have everything all put together, we're going to be doing that, and that makes a lot more sense there. It really wouldn't make sense, in my opinion, with PlayStation allowing Steam onto that closed ecosystem, mostly because Sony and PlayStation don't have an actual operating system, unless they use Steam OS. And I think this could be the big difference in what's actually happening with Steam, and what I think maybe Hip Hop Gamer might have gotten confused on. Track with me here for a second, will you? You see, back in the day on the PlayStation 3, you were actually able to load Linux onto that actual console. Sony had this thing called Other OS. That was a massive feature that a lot of people, in fact, use just to have Linux be available to have a different OS and play their games on.
Yeah, it's really sad to watch PlayStation take away everything that was good about their company and their systems and their consoles and their games for bullshit, for greed. They would be making money hand over fist if they go back to their best practices of the PS1, the PS2, even the PS3. They don't even realize how much money they would be making. But they don't care. They just want quick investments and returns. And it's sad. It is very, very disheartening.
Now, this basically worked with a lot of the fat models of the PS3, but the thing is, later on down the line, PlayStation removed that ability to do that, mostly because of vulnerability concerns. Now, this is just me spitballing things around here, but if we even go by Hip Hop Gamer's idea, what we could be seeing instead is not the Steam storefront being applicable onto the PlayStation 6, but my guess would be, if that's even a true thing, is that PlayStation may in fact be looking at different operating systems in order to apply it and add it to their own next-generation console. And of course, this being a massive reach as well, would be the fact that their history is already there with Linux during the PlayStation 3 era. It'd be very easy for them to say we could try this again with Steam OS, or even Bazite, or some offshoot of Linux as well, making it easier for developers to port between different types of hardware, since basically the rumor going around is you're going to be seeing PlayStation 6 with a handheld version as well, not only with its console version, and that's really eerily similar to what we're seeing right now with the Steam Deck and even the Steam Machine as well. And also the fact that you're seeing some massive performance gains with using Proton and Linux instead of actually going directly with Windows or even some other bespoke operating system, which, if this even does happen, could be some really weird fun way of actually backdooring Steam onto a PlayStation 6 if this was actually the case and they did use some sort of like Linux OS in the first place. Personally though, I honestly have no idea what's in fact going to happen. It was just a fun little thought experiment about the entire thing. But the thing is this, I really feel like PlayStation 6 should have access to the Steam store, not just Microsoft and Xbox, which is rumored on their next console hybrid.
Yep, I agree. We're going to move on. We've got a few more videos, and I just want to kind of get through them. And I'm going to do one more video, and then we're going to call it. It's almost 2 hours. I have things that I got to do. I got to get my husband some food. He's going to be awake any minute now. So let's hit the one Harmon video we've got for today. Besides that tiny short. 2 days ago, 544 views and 20 likes. Ooh, that's sad. PC Master Race are the cucks of the gaming world. The games are played on Nintendo hardware. I don't think you understand what the word cuck means, Harmon. Because y'all are getting cucked hand over fist, and you're crying about it.
I'm through with making fun of social justice warriors.
No, you're not. You're going to keep doing it over and over again. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again because you can't help yourself. And you know it. Look at your face. You know you're not done with it.
Through with making fun of Xbox and PlayStation owners. I'm through with.
No, you're not. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. You will continue to do it. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. You're saying that people are lying about Metroid Prime 4. You're talking about PC gamers right here. I thought you said you were done talking about them. You're not. You continue to do it.
With making fun of mobile and gacha owners, because over the past several years, it has become apparent to me, the gaming guru, the Nintendon, Harmon Smith, that the absolute lowest of the low in the gaming community is the PC master race, the dregs of.
No, we are just better than you. You're upset because we have more access to more shit. And Harmon, you stream stuff on your PC. You're no better. You're no better. Stop trying to act like you're above anyone. You're not. At all.
Society. They are the sort of people who make YouTube videos making fun of games that are never, ever going to come to their platform. They are completely out of touch with the reality of their situation. They completely refuse to acknowledge the superiority of Nintendo consoles, and instead...
They're not superior. I can run all of your games better on my PlayStation. Not my PlayStation, sorry, my PC. PlayStation probably do better too, but I can do it way better on my PC with emulators. I can make your games better with mods on the PC. Am I going to? No. No. But you're wrong, and you know you're wrong.
Will leave angry comments on Nintendo fan channels denouncing the company and everything that they stand for.
We only come knocking on your door because you summon us. You can't keep us out of your mouth. We live rent-free in your skull. Bouncing around with the pea-sized brain you have. I make your brain my own personal gym. You are only upset because we have everything that you do not.
There is no lower than the PC master race. They are the absolute bottom of the barrel trash. At this point, I expect that eventually we'll see PC gamers clowning each other and making detractor content, making fun of each other. We're not.
Harmon. PC gamers have made fun of each other since the dawn of fucking PC gaming. Have you never been in lobbies with people? Hell, we are some of the pettiest motherfuckers. We will fuck with each other until the end of time. What do you mean? We can take it better than you too. You forget. Nvidia fanboys and AMD fanboys go at each other all the time. What do you mean?
You're not going to see people fighting between the Epic Game Store and the Steam shop. You're going to be seeing people making fun of each other.
Nobody's going to fight about the Epic Game Store and Steam. Steam trumps Epic Game Store all day, every day. There is no fight there.
For using different video editors. You're going to see people making fun of their PC builds and their specs, and they certainly will not be.
They always do that. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? We already do that. But we do it in fun 99% of the time. Because we can take the bants. You cannot.
Talking about games. Because that is not what they do. All the PC...
You don't talk about games either. You don't talk about games either. The only time you speak about games is when you want to talk trash. And when you talk good about them, it's after you've already trashed them. So you're completely switching your own fucking position on games. You're not a gamer, dude. You're a fucking grifter.
Master Race do is sit in a corner with their monitors lit up in the dead of night, and they watch Nintendo trailers. They comment on Nintendo trailers.
No, actually, I don't watch Nintendo shit at all. The only time I look at anything Nintendo related is when it's being covered by somebody else. Or reacting to you. Because you're so fucking dumb. You're so high on your own farts that have permeated your mother's basement that you think your version of reality is the true reality. It's not. Homie, you live in fucking space.
Trailers. They comment about how they can't wait to emulate this Nintendo game on their gaming PCs. They are anxious to start playing these games. They are excited for Metroid Prime 4.
No, I'm not excited for Metroid Prime 4. I'm not going to play it. I don't care. He really sorely, badly wants to be able to bully people for just liking anything other than Nintendo. Oh, yeah. Of course he does. What does everything say? You could give 5 class presentations with the sheer amount of projection on display here. I love it. Yes. You know, it's funny. I'd like to think Harmon still has Steam installed on his computer because he's too stupid to figure out how to uninstall it. So every day when he turns it on to scream into the void, he's forced to manually close the Steam tab, which shows him all the games he could be playing for lower prices. Yep. I love it. I love how bad these people are. His hat being sideways is triggering you. It shouldn't. His head is too fucking fat to fit that on there. Hi, Valkyrie. How you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing great.
Or on Nintendo Switch to finally be emulatable. It's not emulatable, by the way. That's been confirmed.
Yes, it is. It is emulatable. Sorry to tell you, Harmon. It is. Actually, no, I'm not sorry to tell you. I love telling you because you cry and you bitch and you scream and you moan because I'm your boogeyman.
Like, they haven't been able to crack it yet. Like, they want to be able to play Metroid Prime 4 day one, but the reality is...
No, none of us care. None of us care. We don't need to. We'll wait. We'll fucking wait. We do it with every other system. We'll wait.
They're going to be sitting up in the dead of night watching other men play these games. They're going to be sitting up watching...
No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm playing games. I got way too much other shit to do. I'm watching horror trailers and editing those together. I'm playing horror game demos and editing that into my trailers every week. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Shadows because I have to. I'm playing other stuff on the back end, like shiny hunting for Pokemon. I'm not paying attention to anything you guys are fucking doing. I don't care.
Watching Nintendo YouTubers play their Nintendo games on their Nintendo hardware, where all they can do is just have a porn window open and just jacking it. Like, with...
Oh, Harmon. Tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay. There's nothing wrong with being into men. There's nothing wrong about thinking about their dicks and having them down your throat or up your ass. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. You can come out to us, Harmon. It's okay.
With one hand. With one pinky finger, you know, because that's all they can do. Like, that's all they can do is just watch Nintendo fans play their games because PC gamers are the absolute cucks of the gaming space.
We cuck you all the time because we emulate your games. You think you know what cuck means. You don't. If you did, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. The projection is strong with this one.
Think about it. They are legit spending their time watching other men play video games. Okay,
I'm not watching anybody playing video games right now. I'm watching your stupid ass talk about it. So what are you doing in the middle of the night, Harmon? Huh? Are you in the middle of the night watching PC gamers with one window open, jorking it with your pinky finger? To Peach porn? To Pikachu porn? I'm sure you are.
I want you to think about that for a second. I want to think about, like, all the Twitch streamers, all the titty streamers, all the speedrunners, all this community of people, the FGC. Like, I want you to think about this for a minute. The PC Master Race would rather sit and talk about video games on social media than actually play them. Like, that is...
That's you. I play video games all the time. I just have a life. I play video games whenever I have the chance. I have a life. I have a husband to take care of. I have a 9-to-5 job that I work 5 days a week. I play games when I get the chance. You guys have seen how often I've been streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows. I play games. I do play games. So I don't know what you're talking about. And every single gamer that I know of, every single PC gamer that I know of, plays their fucking games. I've watched them do it.
Is the reality behind the PC Master Race, the message board warriors, the keyboard trolls, that...
Hey, Harmon. Why are you making constant videos about Steam instead of playing games? Why are you on here making 12-minute video after 10-minute video after 20-minute video about everything else besides playing video games?
Condemn Nintendo fans everywhere. Like, someday I'm going to be able to emulate this game and I'm going to play it with slightly higher...
We will. We will. It's only a matter of time. Probably doing it now. It's just not as out there as you think it is.
Settings. Like, it is just a gigantic cope. You know, they are legit...
You're coping right now. I've been watching 4 minutes of you coping.
After Nintendo releases. They are trying to gaslight you into thinking, the game is going to be better when it comes to PC. Like, you know, Bayonetta...
Are you seething? I'm hearing you seething, my dude. You probably should calm down. It's gonna give you a heart attack.
Dude's gonna come out on PC any day now. Best Buds is gonna get a PC port. Like, oh man, Nintendo fans sure are cringy for not liking Elden Ring. Like, you.
That made me fucking motion sick. He's trying to be him. He never will be him. Nope. He isn't him. Nope. He knows it. Look at his expressions. He knows. He is so angry. He is so angry. You can tell he is raging on the inside over this.
You see these guys, you know, who don't play games, who don't care about games, who are complete and utter exposed frauds, constantly coming out and doing everything they can to downplay every major Nintendo release. Like, all the while.
You're downplaying every release for any other platform besides Nintendo. Harmon, we see you. We know what you're doing. You're not invincible or invisible. Light is the best disinfectant, and we are wiping your disgusting germs off the face of the earth. You are saying everything that you are and projecting it onto us. We see you.
While acting as if, like, emulation is going to allow them to play every single game ever produced on gaming PC eventually. Even though, even now, plenty of games are not available on gaming PC. Like, the idea that emulation is legal is...
It is legal. It is legal. And I think we're done. He's going to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm tired of it. I want to go relax. I want to go spend time with my dogs and my husband. So, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you. I will see you probably later so I can play some more Assassin's Creed. I'll probably play a lot of it today because I just want to get it done. But until then, bye!